the last 2.5 months, you have received weekly emails from me with information and simple strategies that you can implement to start moving the needle. I'm hoping that you are implementing at least some of these strategies in your life, because it is only with their use that you will find value in the information that's being provided to you. Now, although the strategies are easy to implement, taking consistent action is not easy. It does take work and discipline. In a book I'm reading this week, I was introduced to a quote that really resonated with me. It said, "Greatness isn't for the chosen few. Greatness is for the few that choose." After hearing that, I sat there for a moment thinking, wow, what a great reminder of the choices that we have. The outward expression of our lives at this point is a culmination of the choices that we have made. If you don't like the job you want, or if you don't have the job you want, the income that you desire, or the depth of relationships, for example, it is a direct result of the choices that you have made to this point. Now, this may be hard to hear or to accept, but ultimately the responsibility is yours. Taking responsibility for each and every aspect of your life and the results that you had to date is the only way to make the changes that you need to move forward. It's very easy to make excuses for not having what we want. And while it is true that not everyone has the same privilege or opportunities or the same level of health or resources available to them, we all have the ability to choose and to take ownership of our lives. It is only when you take ownership of your experiences that you have the power to change them. I want you to think of an accomplishment that you have achieved that you are really proud of. Take a moment and relish in that accomplishment and all of the great feelings that accompany it. Now think of the time and the effort that you put in to achieve it. There may have been others that supported you, but I would venture to guess that you take ownership of that accomplishment. So my question to you is, how do you take credit for the accomplishments and the good things that happen in your life, but then not take ownership for the areas of your life that aren't where you'd like them to be? How can you claim the good and place blame or make excuses for the not so good? Excuses are simply lies that we tell ourselves, lies that make us feel better for not having the results that we want. Think about it from this perspective. If you take ownership of the aspects of your life that are not where you want them to be, then you are also taking control and you have the power to make the changes that you need to make. If you're not taking responsibility for those areas of your life, then you are essentially saying that you are helpless. Would you prefer to take responsibility for both the good and the bad and have the power to take action and make changes? Or would you prefer to be powerless and to be a victim of circumstance? Because unfortunately, we can't have it both ways. Now, I recognize that this is not easy to accept, and I will provide you with a specific strategy that you can use next week, which will help to make it a bit easier. But for now, I want you to marinate on this idea and start to notice where you are taking ownership and where you are making excuses. All right, hang with me. They call these soft skills, but there is nothing soft about them. In my opinion, working on ourselves and building a solid foundation can be some of the most difficult and challenging work that we do. So I wish you a happy and insightful week, and we'll talk soon.